Hello, welcome back to The Point of It All. I'm Jamie. He's Trevor. Nintendo had a pretty big E3. Pretty big E3. Would you say they had the best E3 of all the manufacturers and companies out there?
I think definitely compared to Sony, which didn't even show up, and Microsoft, yeah, no doubt in my mind, Nintendo won E3 in terms of the big three console manufacturers.
So, what did they do for you that stood out the most? What do you think was the best thing they did this E3?
I mean, I think they laid out a clear line of what's coming in terms of software. Even something as big as Zelda, which we didn't get a release date for, but another, Breath of the Wild sequel.
Right.
That's coming.
I think they even showed in-game footage as well.
True, they did a little bit.
Which surprised everybody. Yeah.
And you've got another Zelda game other than that. You've got another coming, the game like Luigi's Mansion, which I think is going to be a big game I'm excited for.
Right.
No, again, kind of puzzling though, no release date, but I have to think that's going to be in the fall. Definitely some big stuff coming.
The game I'm most excited about is The Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening. The game just looks absolutely fabulous. Of course, this is the Game Boy remake, the original Game Boy remake. And it looks just breathtaking. I'm really proud of the art direction they took. I can't wait. I'm going to pre-order this game probably tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm going to get my pre-order in, if I can at least. What about you?
I would say a game I'm most excited for in the imminent future is Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3.
Right.
I love Marvel Alliance and Marvel Alliance 2 that came out in the last gen systems like 360, PS3, and Wii. I know it came out for, and I only had briefly played it, but to be able to play this, current gen, and it looks really bright, colorful, good graphics. I even think, if I'm not mistaken, it might be a Switch exclusive. If I'm not mistaken, from what I read, I might be wrong on that, but I think it might even be a Switch exclusive.
Yeah, I've never played the game, so I'm excited to try it for the first time on the Switch handheld.
You think the Marvel world's a little bit different now than what it was when those came out. There was no Marvel cinematic universe, so it's kind of like you're going to have maybe some characters now that are a little bit bigger, more at the forefront, like the Iron Mans, and you would have had 15 years ago. So it's going to be kind of exciting. I'm really excited for the Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3. It's coming out here in about a month in July. I'm really pumped for that.
Now, since we're talking about the Switch, this game was announced a few months ago, and it wasn't really part of the big E3 announcement, but the Cadence of Hyrule is another Zelda game made by another I can't think of the manufacturer's name or the developer's name, but it's a rhythm game. I got it a couple nights ago. I haven't played it yet, but I can't wait to try it this weekend.
Yeah.
Have you seen about that game yet? Cadence of Hyrule?
Not a whole lot. Just little bits and pieces. I've not seen much on it.
It looks pretty sweet. Now, we know there's some hardware being made by Nintendo as well. 2 new Switch models. What have you heard about that?
I heard there's going to be more of a basic Switch, from what if you believe the rumor mill.
More like a 2DS type deal?
I'm sorry, what's that?
More like a 2DS type revision?
Yeah, something maybe more even potentially just a handheld Switch, which I don't know. That one might be kind of weird to do just a handheld, but without the dock. But then another maybe more powerful Switch that could potentially take the place of the current one.
I think everything right now is just speculation. I don't think anybody saw a hardware refresh.
No, there was no hardware announced at E3. They didn't announce anything.
So to bring out an entirely new model, even if it does have increased specs, I'd be shocked if they did that. I don't know. I'm curious to see what they roll out in the next couple of months. We'll see, I guess, but exciting nonetheless.
Yeah, I think they're going to have to probably to stay current, with the next gen Xbox coming in a next gen PS whatever version. They're going to have to refresh their specs a little bit within the next year, because I think by that point the Switch would have been out then for 3 years by next spring, right?
True. Yeah.
So you figure then you got those next gen systems coming in about a year and a half. So they'll have to kind of bump it a little bit. But I think it's impressive too that a game like The Witcher, they said, is coming to Switch. That was a pretty demanding game that's going to be on there. So shows you they're kind of figuring out how to push the envelope on it too. But then you got companies on the flip side of that like EA, which, if you heard the news about their FIFA game coming out for it, I think they said it's going to be a legacy version, which means they're really just updating it.
Right.
So the EA to me is just passing the buck on the Switch still.
They aren't all in. You don't think they're all in?
I don't like that. They did the same thing to Dreamcast. I think it's a different day and age, though, that I think Nintendo will survive, whereas, Dreamcast days, EA pulled out and Sega died.
Can you imagine a Madden on the Switch? Portable handheld Madden? That would be insane.
And I'm still bummed. I go back. Remember back to the day when EA bought the NFL license exclusive.
Yeah.
Because I was an NFL 2K fan. I would love to see them have some competition in the NFL field
from anybody. Yeah. Right. Right. It's a travesty. But what are you gonna do? Money talks, man. Money talks.
Yeah.
Luigi's Mansion 3 looks pretty good too.
Yeah. I'm excited for Luigi's Mansion, Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3. Those are probably my 2 big games coming. I'm even excited for the Mario and Sonic game, with the sporting events, the track stuff. So I'm excited for that. I remember that when it was out on the Wii. Was it Wii or Wii U? I can't remember. But, I remember playing that sometime back on those systems. So, I'm pretty excited for that too. So, I think there's some good stuff coming. I think Nintendo really laid out a clear line of what's coming. And, there's, some big stuff down the road for, which I'm impressed with what they've done so far from an indie standpoint. And some of their exclusives are always good. Their first party stuff is always good. So definitely excited for some of that.
Cool. So Nintendo, I don't know if you heard or not, but we think you won E3 this year.
Yeah.
Congratulations. I can't wait to play the new Zelda game coming up. I think it comes out in September.
Yeah, it's only a couple months. It's not too long.
That was Link's Awakening comes out September. So get your pre-orders quick. Trevor, anything else you want to add to the Nintendo spread here?
Nope, nothing I've got.
All right, guys, that's it. If you like the videos and what we're putting out, be sure to give us a subscribe and give us some likes and dislikes if you give us some attention. Show us some love, as Lonzo Ball would say. Show me the love. Show me some love. Have a good Friday night, guys. Trevor, I'm out.
Take care.